name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to Sassy Seer Sheila, and also New Light Streaming Love, as this will be seen on both channels. I just was preparing to go live, and I got nudged to take a look at AstroButterfly because I had this feeling that there was something astrologically happening, and I had forgotten that I did record something from AstroButterfly. And see, that's how that happens. So I get nudged, I record it, I put it out, and then it's gone and I forget it. But this is zero is not, quote, nothing. Zero is everything. And the moment I saw it, I knew I had to record it. So let's read it together. The Saturn-Neptune conjunction on Friday the 20th, 2026, which is today, happens at 0 Aries. The conjunction itself is a 0-degree aspect. It means that the two planets are separated by 0 degrees, which basically means they are not separated at all. They are together, blended. It's precisely the 0 quality of this conjunction that makes Saturn conjunct Neptune such an epochal, reality-shifting event. And this takes us to a more fundamental question. What is 0, and why is it so important? 0 plus 2 equals 2. We take something, add 0, and we get the same, quote, something. From this, we tend to infer that 0 is nothing. However, 0 is not nothing. In mathematics, 0 is not absence. It is a reference point. 0 is the boundary where sign changes occur. When a pre-existing cycle or structure, like the 360-degree zodiac, comes to an end, and the next one starts again. 0 is a threshold, a reset, a change from one frame of reference to another. Everything is measured against 0. 0 is at the midpoint between -1 and +1. Without 0, there would be no direction. It's 0 that sets the direction. 0 is the anchor point. If you try to divide a number by 0, it breaks the system. Rules stop applying. 0 marks a transition where behavior changes, continuity breaks, infinity can appear. Symbolically and mathematically, 0 represents unexpressed potential and the state before polarity emerges. In astrology, 0 is the the conjunction aspect. The next aspect is the opposition. This is where polarity emerges. In physics, 0 is where infinities appear at the 0 point. Equations blow up and known laws fail. We can think of 0 as a mathematical analog of a black hole. At its center, everything collapses into an extreme point where our normal ideas about space and direction no longer apply. 0 isn't empty. It's a point of intensity where something breaks down so something else can begin. Outside the black hole horizon, physics behaves normally. At the horizon, rules change. Inside, direction collapses. The same thing happens when a planet reaches the 0 point, the equinox point. The rules that applied before stop applying. If we take Neptune's 165-year cycle, anything that unfolds between 1 and 360 degrees already belongs to an existing story, a direction that has already been set. When Neptune crosses 0, that story ends. The existing direction collapses, and something entirely new begins. What will emerge is impossible to predict because 0 is unmanifested potential. And from that cosmic soup of potential, anything can emerge. 0 Aries is not just, quote, the first degree. It's the origin point of the zodiac. It's the place where archetypes have not yet differentiated, the moment before form takes shape. 0 Aries is pure potential. And from that potential, something will emerge, setting the direction for both Neptune and Saturn's cycles. 0 Aries is the spark plug, the firing pin, the moment where pressure becomes motion and vision takes shape, and something entirely new enters existence. And what makes this moment, 2 slow-moving planets meeting here, so unique is the kind of emergence that will occur when Neptune and Saturn come together. Neptune is the intangible, the vast fields of potential that exist before form. Saturn is the planet that gives form to those possibilities, turning the intangible into tangible reality. Think of electricity. Before infrastructure, which is Saturn, made its transmission and use possible, electricity existed as a phenomenon. Once electricity was containable and routable, which is also Saturn, it reshaped the world. The same thing with radio waves. They were invisible, everywhere, abstract, which is Neptune, before Saturn made their application possible. The same with the internet. Something of this caliber is seeded at the Saturn-Neptune conjunction on February 20th, 2026. The effects won't be immediate because 0 degrees Aries is an emergence point, and full manifestation still has to operate under Saturn's time-based rules. But what's important here is that something fundamentally important will be ignited, and that out of the infinite possibilities of 0, we have the opportunity to consciously participate in what emerges. We can do that by consciously aligning ourselves with the 0 moment, the time of the exact conjunction. When we tap into that field without distraction, with full awareness, we have a unique chance to rewrite the script of our life, to articulate a new script. a new personal myth, one that will later be materialized by Saturn's structures and timelines. Genesis is the container that gives us the space and time to do this consciously. The first call starts at 11 a.m. Oh, it just started. Wow. And the second, and the Saturn Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees Aries perfects during this call. Well, that's really very interesting because it was right at 11, and I have my Zoom set up to notify me for the live stream that I like to do in the daytimes. And right about that time is when I got pinged to look at this. Wow. And she has a link there for the Genesis 2-day event, which just started 25 minutes ago. So I hope if you are one of my viewers and you've attended this webinar, I would love to hear from you as to how you liked it and what you learned. So I'm not always nudged to record and share Astro Butterfly's work, but you can have this come to your own mailbox, email box. It's free. There's no charge for it, just by going there and registering your email. And so that's it for this one. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you will. Until we meet again, be well, my friends.